Hi everyone, we just want to inform you that we are now live on YouTube. Kindly share this live with your friends. And once again, this is Alpha TV making you hashtag significantly better. Good evening, Alpha Nation. Be ready, grab your snacks and drinks, and find the perfect place in your comfortable home and become hashtag significantly better through sustainable and accessible lifelong learning together. So today's event is made possible with the help of our supportive and generous partners. IXL, CIE Review Center get an additional 500 off if you are a graduate of any Alpha Premium programs. Blessed said, it's not about the product we sell, but the words we share. Blessed PH, stay blessed. Startup Podcast PH. To us, the first Filipino cloud-based analytics platform. Get your free 90-day trial offer. Just visit their website at alpha2us.com for more updates. And again, good evening, Alpha Nation. We're now live on Zoom and YouTube. Ayan, kaway-kaway sa ating Team Zoom and Team YouTube now. So, ayan, welcome again to Alpha TV in pursuit of knowledge and continuous improvement with ASLEX PH Academy. I'm Engineer Melanie Madrigal, the Chief Marketing Officer of ASLEX PH, and we are all happy to have you here tonight. So without further ado, it is my pride and honor to introduce to you our guest speaker for tonight's event. Ayan, he is my former professor at PUP, by the way. So our speaker tonight is none other than a production supervisor in Epson Precision Philippines Incorporated, graduate of Bachelor of Science in Industrial Engineering at PUP Santo Tomas, Master in Business Administration at Batangas State University Main Campus, part-time IE instructor at PUP Santo Tomas, a certified industrial engineer, year 2016, certified Lean Six Sigma Yellow Belter, and best research paper sa kanyang MBA. Ayan. Please help me welcome our guest for tonight for the topic Alpha TV, Stress and Cognitive Workload with Engineer Rusty Sanggalang. Good evening, Sir Rusty.
Hi, good evening, Melanie. Thank you for having me here. Again, good evening, everyone. To all our participants, good evening. It's a beautiful day to learn something new. But first of all, thank you so much for that introduction. And I just want to thank first also Aslex PH Academy for inviting me for this opportunity to talk, especially to my former student, Engineer Melanie Madrigal. Thank you so much. And also to Sir Lex. Thank you so much po. I know every one of us is very familiar with this topic, no, especially with the word stress. But what is new about here is what we call the cognitive workload. So I hope everyone's ay may matutunan sa akin, and if you have any question, please do so later. Okay? Are you guys ready? Mukhang ready na naman sila, no?
And sir, the floor is yours na. You can share your screen now.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Again, welcome to our webinar with the title Stress and Cognitive Workload. So let's start our discussion. For today, we are going to learn the stress and cognitive workload. Maybe some of you are very familiar with the word stress. Some of us is araw-araw natin nararanasan yan, no? But on this point of time, we will add the term cognitive workload. Actually, this cognitive workload is part of an IT subject, industrial engineering subject, which is ergonomics 2, or what we call the cognitive ergonomics. So actually, nung college ako, I have no idea talaga. Parang natapos yung cognitive engineering na wala ako masyadong nagets. But habang tinuturo ko siya in PUP for almost 2 years now, doon ko nakita yung importance ng cognitive workload and cognitive ergonomics sa industry natin. Not just for manufacturing setting, but also in a service setting. Since our ergonomics 1 kasi for IE students, ergonomics 1, we are focusing on the physical attributes of our worker if they are fit on the job. But cognitive ergonomics, we are going to consider their mental attributes. How can we select the right person on the right job based on their mental abilities? But it does not end there. We as IE or as a superior of a group, as a manager, how can we help our members to minimize stress and cognitive workload? This will be very helpful para dun sa mga superiors or mga leaders ng isang grupo, ng isang organization. Ano ba yung pwede nilang gawin para ma-minimize yung stress ng kanilang mga workers or members. Okay, so this will be the agenda. This will be the topic of our webinar today. This will be short lang, I think around 45 to 1 hour. This will be the topic, which is first we will define what is stress and what is cognitive workload. What are the effects and sources of stress and cognitive workload? The methods. How can we measure cognitive workload? Kaya ba nating i-measure, kaya ba nating sukatin gaano kabigat yung nararamdaman ng utak natin habang ginagawa natin yung isang certain task or isang certain na trabaho? And lastly, what are the tools how to minimize mental workload? Kasi hindi naman pwede nating totally i-zero out yung mental workload pagdating sa mga trabaho natin, sa mga tasks natin. But our goal is how to minimize it. What are the tools, methods, how can we help our members, our workers to minimize mental workload and stress? Okay, at first, ready na ba kayong makinig? Can I get, actually this is my tawag dito, strategy when I do online class before, nung after pandemic. Can I request a heart reaction to everyone if you're ready? Ayan. Can I request a heart reaction, guys? Ayan, thank you so much. Okay, so they're ready na. Thank you. Okay. So, I have first a question. I want to ask everyone, based on your current task, based on your current work, how stressed you are. From 1 to 10, guys. Sige, I just want to know. How stressed you are? From 1 to 10. Currently on your current task or current work, 10 daw si Piolo. Gilmore is 8. Syra, 10.5. Labis pa sa 10. 9. 9.9, konti na lang. 7, 10. Okay, medyo 11. Grabe naman si Junior Eli, 11. So dito meron physical, mental, and emotional. Okay? So yan. What are the common reason, guys? Maybe some of you are students na mostly, grabe naman yung lampas 1 million na yan. Ano? Anyway, thank you so much for that. So maybe some of us, common reason is school works. Maybe some of you are students or some of you are currently working in a 10. So si Joanna, thank you. So maybe some of you are currently working in an industry. So maybe those are the things na nagkakos ng stress sa atin. But there are several sources of stress, not just for work, but we have also the personal problems na dinadaanan natin. It could add up to the cognitive workload habang ginagawa natin yung mga trabaho natin, di ba? Kapag hindi tayo okay, di ba, minsan, kunyari, magkaaway kayo ng jowa nyo, tapos, syempre, makikinig kayo ng klase. Sometimes, hindi kayo makapag-focus kasi iniisip nyo, syempre, yung problema nyo, paano nyo aayusin, di ba? Di ba, minsan, ganun yung nangyayari sa atin. But, let's define what is stress. I know every one of you know this. Stress is a state of worry or mental tension caused by a difficult situation. It means, cognitively, pag sinabi natin cognitively, guys, is mentally, no? Mentally, meron tayong naiisip, nagkakaroon ng tension sa isip natin every time na nag-face tayo ng isang difficult situation or may problems tayo, we have deadline, kailangan nating mag-aral, mag-cram, we have exam tomorrow. So sometimes yung utak natin, mas hindi siya nagfa-function. That's why lagi kong sinasuggest sa mga members ko, in every cases na magkaroon tayo ng problem, kailangan clear yung minds natin. Kasi bakit? If we are stressed kasi dun sa ginagawa natin o sa mga gagawin natin, sometimes hindi tayo makapag-focus. No? Hindi natin siya mas matatapos or matatapos man natin siya but hindi ganun kaganda. The quality of our work is talaga mababawasan. So, mahirap sabihin kasi, madaling sabihin na huwag ka ma-stress sa ginagawa mo, but honestly, ang hirap niyang gawin, di ba? Napakahirap gawin na i-relieve yung stress natin para tuloy natin yung ginagawa natin. Okay? But for this one, what are we going to talk about is how can we prevent yung stress and mental workload related sa trabaho natin. So later, madadaanan naman natin siya. What about cognitive workload? Cognitive workload, it is the user's perceived level of mental effort that is influenced by many factors, particularly task load and task design. Ibig sabihin, ito yung times o ito yung level na kung saan nagagamit natin nagkakaroon ng mental effort tayo doon sa ginagawa natin. For example, every time we are solving a problem, a mathematical problem, mas nagagamit natin yung ating mental abilities, mas kailangan natin ng mental effort kapag nag-e-exam tayo. So, ibig sabihin, mas mataas yung cognitive workload natin. What are the tasks na medyo mababa lang yung mental workload? For example, if we are doing our house chores, di ba? It doesn't require analysis. Di ba? Hindi naman natin kailangan alamin pa what are the factors that causes. Sometimes siguro may mga ganun tao, but hindi naman natin kailangan alamin pa what are the factors that causes yung dumi sa bahay natin. Maggawa tayo ng charts, i-analyze natin using statistical tools or methods, di ba? Hindi. So there are certain tasks that requires higher mental effort, but there are certain tasks that less effort lang for our mental workload. So what is our goal in cognitive mental workload? Our goal is how to minimize our mental effort dun sa ginagawa ng ating mga employees. Actually, that's one of the branch or one of the field na meron ng isang industrial engineer, which is the ergonomics, physically and cognitively. paano tayo makakapag-design ng task or makakapag-design ng process na kung saan hindi gagamitin or less yung ating mental effort. Kumbaga, na certain process sa production, no? I'm currently working kasi sa production. For example, sa production, if you are going to visually check or inspect our product, lahat ng inspection tools or inspection items, kailangan mong sauluhin. So, ibig sabihin, the mental effort na kailangan mong gawin while doing your process is napakataas. So, sometimes, meron tayong mga inspection process na meron tayong mga reference, visual reference, na nagiging basis natin while inspecting our product. So sa ganung paraan, bumababa yung mental workload natin. So that's our job. How to minimize yung mental workload sa ginagawa ng mga members natin. Imagine this, guys. We have here comparison of underload and overload. Kumbaga sa cognitive workload kasi, mas maganda on the fit level lang tayo. Medyo pangit din kasi kapag underload yung trabaho ng isang tao. Pag sinabi nating underload, yung mental requirements is napakababa. Kumbaga hindi ganun kailangan natin gamitin yung mental effort. Wala masyadong mental effort sa trabaho. And qualitatively sufficient, frequent, but simple, narrow requirements lang yung kailangan. On that part, nagkakaroon ng tayo ng boredom sa ginagawa natin. Imagine, di ba? Ang work mo is, kung nakakapanood kayo ng TikTok, kung babad tayo sa TikTok, meron itong mga pinapakita na ang trabaho lang niya is ina-align lang yung box sa conveyor or alam mo parang nagiging tool na lang yung kamay niya na nakalagay dun sa conveyor. Imagine, gagawin mo siya for 8 hours na ganun lang yung trabaho mo. Di ba parang napaka-underload naman yung trabaho. So hindi rin siya maganda. Kasi since boredom kasi, it might result to resignation, aalis na lang yan. Diba? So, kailangan hindi underload yung trabaho natin. But definitely, dapat hindi rin overload. Pag sinabi nating overload or mental overload, quantitatively, andyan yung time pressure, yung mental requirements are too frequent, kailangan mo mag-solve every minute, every hour, mag-analyze every hour, kailangan mo tapusin ito within that day. That is overload job. Qualitatively, no time pressure, but mental requirements are too complex and complicated. For example, sample ng overload, professor, for example, a new professor na kung saan kailangan niyang nag-handle siya ng 8 subjects. So kailangan niyang gumawa ng lahat ng lessons, lesson plan noon before the start ng class. So 'di ba, imagine the time pressure, the mental requirements para maaral mo lahat ng yon at tuturo mo sa mga estudyante mo. So that's overload. What will happen? Mental fatigue, frustration, and combination of anxiety or depression. And ayaw naman natin mangyari sa mga employees natin. As much as possible, no? Ako kasi, as superior ng isang grupo or leader ng isang grupo, as much as possible, ayokong nagkokos ng anxiety and depression sa mga members ko. Kasi syempre, they are part of your organization. Hindi sila robot na pag binigay mo to, kaya tapusin na ganito, after 1 hour, bibigay sa'yo, hindi. So, we have to we have to be considerate do sa mga trabahong binibigay natin as a leader of an organization. So, what's our goal? To fit the right person on the job, on the not underload and not overload job. Okay? So that's the goal of cognitive ergonomics. I just want to add lang the definition or the first objective of the cognitive ergonomics. The first objective of the study is to implement cognitive ergonomic improvement actions that aim to reduce the level of cognitively straining working condition. There is disruption, interruption, and information overload at workplace. So, sinabi ko naman to kanina, that's our goal. How to minimize cognitively straining working conditions. Sa ngayon ba, are you experiencing cognitively straining working condition or learning condition? Kumusta ba yung mga mental health natin, di ba? Yun yung especially to the students. Kumusta ba yung mental health natin? Okay pa ba? So, we have to consider that one. Ano, kaya ako guys, sa mga estudyante ko, ewan ko kung may estudyante ako ngayon na umaten, in-invite ko sa sila. I have a student, third year IE students in PUP, na kung saan dalawa yung subject nila sa akin. Dalawa yun, magkasunod. From 11:30 to 1:30 and then 2 p.m. up to 7 p.m. So dalawa yung subject nila sa akin from 11:30 to 7. Ang goal ko, sabi ko sa kanila, promise ko talaga sa kanila, in case na magpapa-quiz ako or papa-exam, one subject per day lang. Ayoko naman na papasok ako na Saturday, dalawang subject ituturo ko sa kanila, parehas pang may exam. Kakaawa din naman yung mga students. Ano? Even though, syempre, kailangan nilang talagang mag-aral sa subject, but ako as a professor, how can I help them also to have good level of cognitive training na work conditions. Kumbaga, hindi ganun kabigat. Okay? So, currently, this is the result of our daily stress. Alam nyo ba, the Philippines is the #1 stressful country in the last 2022 in a global workplace. Kumbaga sa trabaho, Philippines daw yung pinaka-stressful. Are you agree with us? Especially sa mga nagtatrabaho na. Are you agree with this survey? Can I yes, sabi ni Beatrix, yes daw. Ayan, maybe, yes. 100%. Depende. Actually, depende nga. Depende rin sa company. But this one, siguro on a general point of view, ang pinaka-stress daw in terms of workplace condition is Philippines. Sinabi din dito, what are the causes of stress? Sabi dito, yung daily stress, kumbaga yung daily life ng isang tao. The employee engagement, yung sa workplace environment niya, sa mga nakakasama niya. Daily sadness, daily anger, yung kumbaga araw-araw ka nagagalit. And job climate, good time to find a job. Sometimes kasi 'di ba sa work natin, meron talagang magandang timing para maghanap ng trabaho. Relocation potential, are you likely to move away? Life evaluation, are you thriving? Kumbaga araw-araw ka bang, alam mo 'yun, naghihikahos. So like that's the most reason that's the reason daw why Philippines in Southeast Asia is the most stressful workplace. But you know what guys, previously kasi last kailan ba to? Last Wednesday, merong mga Japanese students na nag-tour sa company namin, sa Epson. And one of the study na pinresent nila doon is what is the difference or between the workplace condition in Japan and the Philippines. The #1 reason na ayaw ng isang Pinoy sa isang workplace, you have idea guys? Can you guess? Sa tingin nyo, ano yung pinakaayaw ng Pinoy sa isang trabaho? Sa tingin nyo, do you have any idea? Environment, low salary, underpaid but overwork, coworkers. Actually, that's right. The correct answer is overtime. The #2 reason is low salary. Alam mo na, kumbaga aminado talaga yung based on survey, based doon sa mga na-interview nila. #2 is the salary. But the #1 na ayaw doon ng Pinoy is overtime. Totoo yun. Bakit? Kasi mag-overtime ka and then magbabiyahe ka pa uwi, ano oras ka makaka-uwi, pag-uwi mo, kakain ka na lang, tutulog, and kinabukasan gigising ka ulit, papasok ka ng maaga, work ka ulit, OT. 'Di ba? Imagine yung cycle. Imagine yung cycle na meron sa workplace ng Pinoy, no? 'Di ba? If you're working from 7 to 7, pero ang work mo is or almost 1 hour dun sa area mo. So ano oras ka pa makaka-uwi, ano oras ka alis sa bahay mo. So that's the #1 daw. #2 is the low salary. Aminado daw yung mga Pinoy napakababa ng sweldo. Comparing sa sweldo sa Japan. ang tanda ko parang ang monthly, ang hourly pay sa Japan, dito sa Philippines is around 70 pesos daw ang hourly. Pero pagdating kay Japan, around 1,000 yung nagiging hourly salary. So that's number 2 reason. So that's the survey result. But syempre, we still need to do effort. How can we minimize stress and cognitive workload? So here is the common sources of work stress and mental workload. Number 1 is long hours of work, as I mentioned earlier. Yun talaga yung isa sa reason kung bakit daw tumataas yung stress and cognitive workload ng isang empleyado. Number 2 is heavy workload. Marami kang taong hawak, marami kang kailangan trabahuhin, maraming pina-follow up. Hindi mo na alam kung ano unahin. Si urgent ba? Ano pa ba 'yon? Urgent, si important, or kumbaga, ano ba yung mga term pa? So yun, kumbaga hindi mo na alam yung uunahin mo. Okay, that's heavy workload. Number 2 is changes within the organization. Isa na to sa nagiging reason why. Kasi sometimes, kapag nakilala na kasi natin yung mga members natin at nakilala na natin yung ating naging superior, nagkaroon na tayo ng relationship, nag-bond na tayo, and eventually nag-change your organization, medyo nahihirapan daw mag-adjust ang isang empleyado. Kumbaga, hindi mo alam kung paano ba. Kasi, ang nangyayari daw parang ang nagiging decision mo is based pa din sa paano nagiging decision ng superior mo dati. Which is sometimes, hindi siya yung nagiging decision ng bago mong superior or bago mong mga members. So, medyo mahirap. Number 4 is tight deadlines. Malimit na source of stress to, no? Kapag kailangan nyo ipasa tomorrow, o gawa kayo ng thesis, target nyo ipasa tomorrow. Kailangan mo gawin itong report mo mamayang after lunch. Diba? Napaka-stressful. Changes to duties, yes. Kasi di ba nasanay ka na sa trabaho mo and then another learning, but syempre, maganda rin kasi yun na nagkakaroon tayo ng additional experience from other job. Job insecurity, sometimes, yung trabaho na gusto mo is hindi nabigay sa'yo and naibigay sa bagong empleyado, for example. Lack of autonomy. Kumbaga, parang wala kang desisyon doon sa trabaho mo. Yung trabaho mo is, ang may decision lagi is yung boss mo. Kumbaga, nakaayon ka lang base sa sabihin niya. So, lack of autonomy. Boring work, yes. Most of us, syempre, ito yung isa sa nagiging reason bakit tayo umalis sa isang trabaho. Boring yung trabaho, hindi siya challenging. But there are certain people na okay lang sa kanila yon. Next, insufficient skills for the job. Meron kang skills na, for example, you have these skills na magaling kang mag-create ng mga visuals, mag-create ng mga videos. Pero, alam mo yung gusto mo siyang gamitin kasi applicable siya sa trabaho, pero hindi yun yung trabaho mo. So, or kabaliktaran naman, yung trabaho na binigay sa'yo is hindi, yung skills mo is hindi naman tama. Nakaka-stress din yun, guys. What are the other sources? Over-supervision. Masyadong bantay yung superior sa'yo or masyado mo naman binabantayan yung members mo. Sometimes kasi mararamdaman yan, parang wala ba akong ginagawang tama? Para bang mali ba lahat ang ginagawa ko, di ba? So nakaka-stress din yan. Inadequate working environment, puro na lang trabaho. Okay? Medyo nakaka-stress din yun and nakaka-increase na mental workload. Lack of proper resources, you have the activities, you have the projects, kailangan mo ng ganito but napakaliit. Wala tayong resources masyado. Hindi aprobado ng management. Lack of equipment, same. Few promotional opportunities. Tsaka lang tayo nagkakaroon ng promotional opportunities kapag may umalis. What if walang umalis? So, ibig sabihin, hindi tayo mapopromote. So, napakababa ng promotional opportunities. Ano yung magiging motivation mo para mas galingan pa sa trabaho? Siyempre, wala. Nakaka-stress yun. Nakakataas ng mental workload. Harassment, that's true. Discrimination, kahit anong type of discrimination yan, nakaka-stress and nakaka-increase ng mental workload. Poor relationship with colleagues or bosses, syempre, kapag meron kang hindi kasundo sa trabaho mo, sometimes, alam mo yun, parang tatamanin ka na lang pumasok. And lastly is crisis incidents such as an arm hold up or workplace death, accidents. So, most of the sources of work stress and mental workload, meron tayong pwedeng gawin. We have different tools and methods how to minimize yung work stress na nanggagaling sa mga ganitong bagay. Okay? So later on, that will be I think the last part. What are the suggestions? Ano ba yung mga currently ginagawa namin? What are the effect? Ano ba yung magiging epekto ng work stress sa atin? Number one is behavior. Kasi di ba, I have a question. Question ulit tayo para ano. How do you cope up with stress? Ano yung nagiging ano nyo? Stress reliever nyo, guys. Kasi ako siguro nagiging stress reliever ko kumain din, 'di ba? Pag stress na, 'di ba? So, 'di ba? Ang daming nagano sa akin. Food, sweets, ice creams, movie. Ako personally, siguro food talaga din. Sarap yung kumain kapag stress ka, 'di ba? Sleeping, yes. Reading, chismis, nakakagaan din ng pakiramdam. Food, sleep, watching anime. We have differences. How to relieve our stresses. Toy collection. Hi, Sir J. Sir J. Toy collection doon ni Sir J. Christine, watching videos. Yan. We have different stress relievers. Kailangan natin yan. Why? Because this can be the result of our work stress. Number one is behavior. Some of us, kapag stress tayo, napaka-poor yung quality meals natin. Diba? Hindi tayo makakain. Some of us tried smoking, too much coffee, and no physical exercise. Part of behavior that might be the problem of our work stress. Physiologically, nagkakaroon tayo ng changes in appetite patterns. Di ba sometimes pag stress tayo, hindi pa tayo makakain. Parang busog tayo, parang wala tayong ganang kumain. High cholesterol, that's true. Kasi bakit? Kapag stress ka, kakain ka, uy, Jollibee, kain tayo, uy, pizza, kain tayo. Tara, stress ako, samgyup tayo. And kasunod ng high cholesterol is high blood pressure. Kagaya ko, So high blood pressure can be one of the physiological indicators ng work stress. Weak immune system, high blood sugar, high cortisol, high blood sugar, and so on and so forth. And this work stress can also lead to mental illness, anxiety and depression. Nakakalungkot man, but there are instances talaga na ito yung nagiging reason, work yung nagiging reason ng ating anxiety and depression. Not just only work, no? Diba? Kung nabalitaan nyo yung nangyari parang sa summer ata yun, one student is nagkaroon ng depression and eventually may ginawa siya because ang reason niya is hindi siya nakagraduate on time. Diba? Nakakalungkot lang na dumadaan talaga sa point na naaabot natin yung anxiety and depression. And there are other unknown mechanisms like obesity, metabolic syndrome, diabetes. Those are one of the effect of our work stress. And kailangan iwasan natin yan. How can we help para maiwasan natin yung work stress or school stress ng ating mga estudyante or ating mga co-workers? There are certain methods in order to test the mental workload. These are part of the ergonomics, cognitive ergonomics. Meron tayong different tests. Kumbaga, scientifically, we can use galvanic skin response. It measures the electrical conductance of the skin which changes in the response to emotional arousal. Nagkakaroon ng changes yung glands sa skin kapag ginagawa natin yung trabaho natin. Heart rate, ang ginagawa dyan, pinapagawa sa atin yung trabaho natin, yung task, and then may mga nakakabit na aparatos sa atin. Nagkakaroon ba ng changes sa heart rate natin? Bumibilis ba siya or no changes at all? And electroencephalography or EEG, it records naman yung electrical ability ng brain kapag ginagawa natin yung trabaho natin. So ginagawa yan to test lang yung trabaho ba is Mataas yung mental workload? High straining ba yung trabaho na ginagawa natin? But the question is, this one is, kapag may mga resources tayo, meron tayong mga equipment. But is there any way we can check the stress and cognitive workload? May way ba? Actually, meron. First, what we are going to do is analyze our indices. Actually, that's one of the tools na ginawa namin. Sinek natin na what are the indices ng isang organization. Number 1 is attendance. Napansin natin ang baba ng attendance rate ng isang organization, ng isang grupo. From that point, from that data, we can analyze ano yung problema doon sa grupo na to. Ano yung problema sa grupo na to? Bakit ito mataas? Bakit ito sobrang baba? Those are one of the tests na pwede nating i-check. Kasi baka mataas yung stress level doon sa grupo na yun or yung cognitive workload sa trabaho na hindi sobrang taas din. Or in terms of other index.
Wala.
Sorry. Okay. What are the other index na pwede nating tingnan? The quality result of our production, the quality result of our services, maganda ba yung nagiging trabaho or hindi? Kasi nakaka-apekto yung stress sa quality ng ginagawa natin. Maybe that's one. Lumalabas, hindi natin achieve yung ating limit in terms of in-process defect, in terms of outgoing quality defect. So baka may problem na sa mga employees natin. Also the productivity. Mababa ba yung productivity ng mga employees natin? It can be a triggering point na mayroong problem or mayroong may problem cognitively yung mga employees natin or nawawala yung focus nila. Okay? So, napakahirap. Medyo mahirap yung ganung part ng kung saan data lang yung gagamitin natin. But there are other ways. This is what we call direct observation and through focus group discussion, counseling. So, ganito yung ginagawa. We are scheduling, actually this sa production namin sa aming organization. Ang ginagawa namin, we are conducting kumustahan or counseling to our members. Kakaroon kami ng schedule, kinukumusta namin sila. Ano ba yung nararamdaman nila with their jobs? They have suggestions or concerns doon sa trabaho, sa environment, any part of the organization. Siya ba ay in terms of kahit nga sa mga canteen issues, shuttle issues, anything na related sa employee relations, tinatanong talaga namin, baka meron silang problem. Especially sa process. That's one. That's the most effective way para malaman natin kung meron ba tayo pinagdadaanan yung mga members natin. Kung stress ba sila or mataas yung cognitive workload nila. But definitely, it depends kung sino yung magpa-facilitate ng isang grupo na yun. Dapat marunong siyang makibagay or marunong siyang kunin yung atensyon ng grupo na kakausapin niya. So from that point, malalaman na natin ano yung mga gagawin natin. Alam niyo ba, one of the common concerns ng mga empleyado, for example, sa amin, is, for example, yung temperature dun sa production. Kasi mainit daw, or ano pa ba? In terms of process nila, nahihirapan sila sa ganitong part. Meron silang concern sa superior. So from that point, nagkakaroon na kami ng mga ano yung pwede namin gawin, how to relieve their stress and how to relieve their high straining work. Okay? So let's talk about how to minimize stress and mental workload. Na-identify na natin, there are certain workers or employees na mataas yung stress nila sa trabaho and mataas yung mental workload nila sa ginagawa nila. So what are the tools to minimize the stress and mental workload? We are going to discuss two Number one is cognitive ergonomic support for industrial production. For those working in an industrial, for IEs, for the manufacturing, these are some of the tools na pwede natin gamitin. The next part is the cognitive ergonomic support used in other settings. Kumbaga common. Ano yung mga common na pwede natin gawin? How to minimize stress and mental workload. Okay, let's start with cognitive ergonomic support used in industrial production. Number one is with the use of sa production design of assembly. On this part, we are using design parts na kung saan kapag, imagine di ba sa production, or kahit kung hindi man sa production sa other, for example, sa gumagawa or nagbabat or nag-fill up ng mga patawag dito, mga lotions or sa bottle. So ginagawa for design for assembly, we use parts na kung saan hindi mo siya kayang i-attach incorrectly. Kumbaga, isa lang yung way para ma-attach mo yung one part to another parts. So ibig sabihin, hindi mo na kailangan mag-isip kung ano yung tamang position ng parts. Kasi isang way lang ang pwede siyang mapasok. Hindi ka magkakamali dun sa ginagawa mo. Kumbaga, mababawasan natin yung pag-iisip niya, tama ba to? Okay, mali ata. Tama ba to? Mali. Isip tayo ano pa yung pwedeng gawin. Kumbaga, madali nating makakabit yung one part to another parts kasi yung design ng parts natin is i-attach lang natin on one way only. Okay? So that's design for assembly. Sa production side, ganyan. Yung mga screw, may mga different sizes din kasi ng screw. Also, yung mga paggamit natin ng mga parts is kailangan maganda yung hawakan, madali natin siyang hahawakan. And also, yung geometrical features niya is symmetrical. Kung bilog, puro square, and so on or so forth. Okay? So, dapat obvious yung paano natin ikakabit yung mga parts natin from one part to another parts. So, that's designed for assembly. Number two is the use of fixtures. Kumaga, the use of fixtures like jigs. Difference between fixtures and jigs. Fixtures is the tools na ginagamit natin sa production na kung saan doon natin nilalagay yung mga product natin para hindi siya gumalaw while doing our assembly. Okay? But the jigs is the tools we use para mas madali natin magawa yung process. For example, one of the process na ginagawa namin sa production is the insertion, di ba? Insertion of cables. Isa-isa mong i-insert doon sa mga ports. Imagine kung wala siyang jig na insertion jig. Nagkakaroon talaga ng sugat yung daliri. Napakahirap. Kumbaga, mahihirapan kang gawin yung trabaho mo. And, for example, gumagalaw yung trabaho mo. Di ba, imagine, nag-fill up ka, pinupuno mo yung timba. Imagine yung nagpupuno ka ng timba, nakatapat siya doon sa gripo, tapos yung timba, wala siyang tungtungan, kailangan mo itaas kasi kailangan magsakto doon sa butas ng gripo. So imagine, habang pinupuno mo yung timba, hawak mo siya, bit-bit mo siya. Di ba, imagine yung stress and workload na meron ka. So what we're going to do, lagay tayo ng fixtures, lagay natin ng tungtungan yung balde. Or kaya naman, ibaba natin yung gripo, magkaroon siya ng hose. So those are the things na pwede natin gawin para matulungan natin yung mga employees natin na mas madali yung sa trabaho nila. Also the jigs, di ba? Third one is kitting. Maybe some of you are new with this term. Sa production, pag sinabi natin kitting, it is a method where all the required components necessary to make a product or sub-assembly are delivered to the operator's workstation inside the container called kitting bin. Sa production kasi, di ba, we have different stations. Sunod-sunod dyan. Meron siyang ginagamit na different parts. Pag sinabi natin kitting, i-deliver sa'yo yung mga parts na gagamitin mo located on one box or one bin. Isang lagayan lang. Ibig sabihin, ano yung magiging benefit nun? Ang magiging benefit nun, alam ko na lahat ng parts na nandun sa lagayan na yun is kailangan kong ikabit. Maiiwasan kong mag-isip kung meron ba akong hindi na ikabit na parts, meron ba akong nakalimutan, di ba? Kumbaga hindi na kailangan mag-isip ng operator kung kumpleto na ba yung ginagawa niya. Kung kumpleto na ba yung parts na kinabit niya, kung meron ba siyang nakalimutan. So sa ganung paraan, hindi na siya mag-iisip Kasi that's our goal, di ba? Ulitin lang natin. That's our goal in our cognitive ergonomics. Kailangan maiwasan natin ang sobrang pag-iisip ng mga operators natin doon sa ginagawa natin. As much as possible, very minimum lang yung pag-iisip nila para maiwasan natin yung pagkakamali, yung error doon sa trabaho nila. Okay? So that's cheating. So sometimes, ang gumagawa niyan, other operators na, dinideliver lang sa kanila, and then pagkagamit lahat ng parts sa bin na yon, babalik ulit, then bago ulit, and then so on and so forth. Dire-diretso lang. Next tool is the use of standardized work or work instruction. Kung meron tayong trabaho na ginagawa sa production, dapat merong standardized work. It is a key part, it's a part of lean manufacturing philosophy. It stops everyone from taking the "this is my way of doing this" approach and rather it provides an optimized standard method that all workers should take. Kumbaga on this level, alam mo na, ito yung gagawin kong sunod, ito next, and then next, and then next. Alam mo yung gagawin mo or standardized na yung ginagawa mo. Kasi why? Paano kapag hindi standardized? Isipin mo, ano nga yung pwede kong isunod? Ano nga yung pwede kong gawin? Ano nga, iiba-iba na. Sobrang magugulo na yung ginagawa mo. To the point na possible, magkaroon ka na ng mistake, magkaroon ka na ng error, meron kang hindi may kabit dun sa parts, meron kang hindi may inspect dun sa ginagawa mo. So those can be the problem. With the use of standardized work, alam mo na ito yung dapat kong gawin sunod-sunod. Sometimes nakakabit to sa mga station, sometimes naman sa ulo na siya, nire-review na lang ng mga operators, mga production operators before start of production. So this can be a good help how to minimize cognitive workload. May iwasan dito ito yung kasi gusto kong gawin. What if may bagong empleyado? Ano yung gagawin niya? So, may hirapan siya. Okay? Next tool is Poka-yoke. Poka-yoke is a term, I know everyone, some of you are familiar with Poka-yoke. Poka-yoke is a term that originated in Japan, means mistake proofing, and is concerned with preventing errors from becoming defects before the fact. So si Poka-yoke is ginagamit in a production setting para maiwasan natin na magkamali pa. For example, this one, on the figure. On this part, there will be instance that sa red part na to, pwedeng instance natin is magkapalit or magkamali ng saksak yung isang plug dun sa isa port niya. Kasi same yung sizes niya. Comparing mo dun sa second picture na nasa baba, yung isa malaki, yung isa maliit. Alam mo na once nakapagpasok mo siya, tama agad yung gagawin mo. Kasi bakit? Hindi siya maipapasok na magkabaliktad. Okay, that's Poka-yoke. We prove the possible mistake dun sa trabaho na ginagawa natin. What are the innovations na meron? Same ng ating Type-C charger. Napaka-helpful ng Type-C charger, guys. No? Ako, napaka-helpful ng Type-C charger, di ba? Ewan ko, kasi parang ang hirap i-timing na kapag sinaksak mo yung Type-B na charger, is tama na kagad yung pagkakasok-sok natin. Sometimes tama naman pa siya, pero babalik na rin ulit natin, di mali pala, yung tsaka pa natin babalik na rin ulit. Where yung Type-C, one insert lang, okay na. So that's mistake proofing. Okay? Or Poka-yoke. Next one tools na ginagamit kay production is pick by barcodes. This method utilizes barcodes and an optical barcode scanner. Dito, kaya nating i-determine, di ba? For example, if you're in a production operator, gagawin mo, magtatrabaho ka, alin yung mga parts na ikakabit mo. Kasi sa station sa production, di ba? Ito yung table mo, and then all your parts is nasa harap mo. Or for example, sa mga nagdi-deliver, ganun din. Merong request sa'yo na parts sa mga taga-warehouse. May request sa'yo na parts na kailangan bitbitin mo to. Imagine, di ba? Binigay sa'yo yung 10 parts. Paano mo masasauli yung parts na yun ng ganun kabilis, di ba? Napaka-stressful, napaka-taas ng mental workload no, na kailangan mo saulihin yung barcode, yung parts na yun. So gagamitin na natin is, in-implement natin, pick by barcodes. We are using a terminal, barcode scanner. Scan natin siya, isa-isa yung mga kailangan kay production. And then pagdating kay warehouse, anong gagawin ng warehouse operator? Kapag ito yung kailangan ni production, scan ko lang. Kapag scan ko, automatic, mawawala na siya dun sa i-request. Kailangan ko pang dalhin kay production. Ano? So, ibig sabihin, may magiging madali sa part ng production at warehouse. Ano yun yung parts na kailangan lang ni production? Ano lang yung parts na kulang pa ni production? Or alam ko na kompleto na yung bigay ko with the use of barcodes. Next, this is the most innovative, the use of light. Pick by Light is a method utilizes barcodes and optical barcode scanner. So, ang gagawin lang dito, while doing your process, for example, in-scan mo yung product mo, yung projector, tuloy na sabi ko. For example, you're working a certain product, kakabitan mo siya ng mga parts. You have different parts on the front of you. Hindi mo alam kung ano gagawin mo. With the use of Pick by Light, ang gagawin lang yan, i-scan mo for example yung product mo. And then, pagka-scan mo, iilaw na yung mga parts na kailangan mo. Ganun ka-innovative. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka na mag-iisip. That's our goal. Hindi ka na mag-iisip ano yung mga parts na kailangan ko sa product na to. Or for example, na lang din sa sa mga, di ba sa mga product natin, maraming different na sa laptop, for example, sa laptop natin. Maraming accessories yan. Charger, yung bag, for example, meron pa yung mga plastic, and anything na mga accessories pa niyan. So for example, this certain model of laptop, kapag in-scan mo, nilagay mo sa box, ano yung mga isasama ko, iilaw na using the Pick by Light. Kukunin mo na lang, once na pagkakuha mo, mamamatay na yung ilaw, ibig sabihin, nakakuha ka na ng parts na yun. At this point, at this tool, maiiwasan na natin mag-isip ano yung mga parts na kailangan natin. Next one is Pick by Voice. The difference between Pick by Light is the Pick by Voice. This system is similar to Pick by Light but uses the senses of hearing to gain the operator's attention rather than lights. Sometimes kasi, kapag nagsasabay-sabay yung mga senses na kailangan natin gamitin, mostly kasi sight talaga yung ginagamit natin and nahihirapan tayo na pag nagsabay-sabay yan, baka mahirapan tayo. So with the use of Pick up by Voice, we use the sense of hearing to gain operator's attention and yung mga kailangan naman niyang gamitin. Okay? But for me, the most, siguro mas maganda pa rin is yung Pick by Light. Unlike by Pick by Voice. Napakarami kasing cons itong Pick by Voice. For example, the devices, hindi ganun kaganda yung reception or hindi ganun kalinaw yung nagiging batuhan ng data na kailangan pa nating parts and so on and so forth. And the last one is Andon. Andon system provides a visual display that all workers can see to show the status of the plant floor. Not just the plant floor, but Andon is also used for different machineries. For example, you're inspecting a product, nilagay mo siya sa machine, si Andon, pwedeng umilaw na siya kung good, kung ongoing, or kung no good, or hindi maganda yung quality ng product natin. So, first, madalas dyan, si green, ibig sabihin, good na yung product, pwede mo siyang kunin. Si orange, ibig sabihin, ongoing operation, and then si red, ibig sabihin, merong NG dun sa product mo. Diba? With the use of Andon, hindi ka na mag-iisip kung good ba or NG yung product na ginagawa natin. Since that's our goal, minimize the use of mental workload. Okay? Actually, napakaraming application ng cognitive ergonomics sa mga appliances na ginagawa natin, na ginagamit natin sa bahay. For example, oven toaster, 'di ba? With the use of sa oven toaster, meron siyang tawag dito, sound na kung saan tutunog yon kapag tapos na i-process yung pagkain mo doon. So hindi na para tingnan mo yung loob, luto na ba siya or hindi pa, or pupunta-puntahan mo, check mo isa, babantayan mo talaga, so hindi na. With the use of those timer, and then may sound pa tayo, we can minimize the mental workload while doing the task. Ano pa guys? washing machine, di ba? Automated washing machine, di ba? Napaka-helpful nun, not just for for mental workload, but also for physical workload, di ba? But kung yung sa normal na washing machine natin, yes, right. Si Erica, sabi ni Erica, rice cooker. Imagine, di ba, the difference cooking rice dun sa ating mga electronic na rice cooker tsaka yung sa traditional natin na sa kaldero. Di ba, kapag sa kaldero, titignan mo maya kapag medyo paluto na, hihinaan mo ng konti yung apoy. Di ba, kailangan mo po mag-isip kung ano yung gagawin mo. But with the use of the rice cooker, lagay mo yung bigas, lagay mo yung tubig, on mo, siya na yung bahala sa buhay niya. Kapag naluto na, automatic mamamatay na. Okay? 'Di ba? Napaka-helpful ng mga ganong devices. Ano pa ba? Marami pa. Napakadaming cellphone, yes. Cellphone, 'di ba? Imagine, yung cellphone 'di ba, imagine niyo, yung cellphone niyo walang tunog kapag may nagte-text. 'Di ba? Anong gagawin natin? Maya check natin kung may nag-text. Okay, text ulit natin, check ulit natin, and so on and so forth. It can waste our time, mental effort, stress, and so on and so forth. Okay? Robots, yan. Napakadami na. Robots. Automated mga machineries. Automated inspection, actually, guys. Meron na mga automated inspection, di ba? Electric kettle, yes. Paano ba daw kapag traditional na kettle? Na kunyari, pakuluan lang na kaldero. Paano ba malalaman kapag good na daw yung tubig? Ano daw yung gagawin natin? Kasi electric kettle, basta lang siya mag-off. So sa traditional ba, ginagawa ba natin? Hinihipo natin para malaman kung 100 degrees na siya. Di ba? Hindi. Sometimes, okay na yan kasi nakakulo na. So, ganun lang yung, kumbaga, judgment na lang talaga natin. But on this one, the use of electric kettle, judgment na nung machine na yun. Anong equipment na yun. Okay, di ba? Napakarami pa. So, napaka-helpful ng cognitive ergonomics. These are the tools na ginagamit sa isang production operation. But, it is not limited sa mga gantong bagay. Madalas, ginagawa na talaga dyan is mga automated machineries. Basta malampalsak yung mga product, raw materials, siya nang bahala, finished goods na kagad. Okay, so ganun kadali. Meron pa. For example, have you heard the Jollibot? Are you familiar with Jollibot? Are you familiar with Jollibot, guys? Yeah. Yes. Diba? Before Jollibot, yung isang nagdi-deliver is, syempre yung nagsaserve ng food. Kapag nagsaserve ng food, may number ng customer. So, syempre ang gagawin yan, iikot yan sa buong store, restaurant para hanapin sa ang number. Napaka-stressful. Nakakalula siya actually. Nakakalula yon kasi I have experience also one day working in a fast food chain at hindi ako natanggap. So, napakahirap talaga yan. But with the use of Jollibot, pero alis agad, di pa tapos customer kunin. Ay, ganun. Hindi ko pa na-experience actually. Nabasa ko lang siya. So, di ba, with the use of Jollibot, siya na yung pupunta doon sa customer. Alin yung customer na ganito yung order, anong number, anong table. Yun nga lang, may ganun palang limitations na kukunin agad yung pagkain. Kailangan mong habulan, di ba? Yun yung nakaka-stress naman pagdating sa customer. Anyway, so yun, yung mga ganung robots, talaga malaki yung tulong sa production. But, how about the other setting? Kumbaga, paano pag wala sa production? Kunyari, nasa bangko, or ano pa ba? Sa mga services, sa mga sales office, walang production doon. So, ano yung pwede nating gawin? What we are going to do as a leader, thank you na agad. Sorry, nawala yung... Sorry. Nawala yung last slide ko before the thank you. Okay, sige, ano na lang natin. Sorry guys, nawala yung last slide ko dun sa I will just discuss na lang. Open ko lang sa aking... Ano naman yung mga tools na pwede natin gawitin kapag wala sa production setting? Kasi syempre, yung mga andon board, mga fixtures and jigs is hindi siya applicable sa mga service type na or applicable siya sa mga service but paano kapag hindi? Okay? What are the possible na pwede natin gawin? Number one, ultimately, we have to implement employee engagement activities. Very useful yung mga employee engagement activities actually. What are those? What are those employee engagement activities? Number one is employee rewards. 'Di ba? Bigyan natin ng rewards yung mga employees natin na if they're working really hard sa trabaho na may nagawa sila natapos sila on time, bigyan natin. Nakakakanila lang stress yun, totoo lang. Even though hindi siya masyadong kalaki yung in terms of hindi siya monetary value, item lang siya, or certificate, malaking tulong na yun to relieve yung cognitive mental workload ng mga empleyado. Awarding, very useful yan yung mga awarding. Kaya mostly kung mapapansin nyo, if babad nga kayo sa TikTok, meron mga sa TikTok kasi mga BPO companies, kasi napakataas pala ng resignation rate sa mga BPO companies. Malimit mag-resign. Kaya alam nyo ba yung kanilang parang tenured level, pag 5 years, malaki na yung makukuha mo. Kasi napakababa, bibihira at tumatagal talaga. So that's why napakataas na employee engagement ng mga BPO companies. Mapapansin nyo, ang dami lagi nilang mga awarding, top agents, top 1 agents for the month, for the week, top group, and so on and so forth. Nakakatulong yun to relieve yung stress and cognitive workload ng mga empleyado. Yan sabi ni Gilmore, tama daw. Yan sabi ni Joshua, tama. Next is employee wellness. We have to consider yung employee wellness ng mga empleyado. Bigyan natin sila ng pwedeng nilang pagkaabalahan sa loob ng company. For example, merong gym, merong court, merong library. Kasi may mga tao na gustong magbasa. Sorry guys, hindi kasi nakasama yung sige, I'll try na lang. Baka wait lang guys ha. So I'll check na lang kung available yung part na yon. Kasi nawala yung last slide. So yun. Talking about employee wellness, kailangan meron tayong mga ginagawa sa mga employees natin. Sa amin, actually, sa company na pinagtatrabahuhan ko, meron kaming different activities talaga for them. Alam niyo ba, meron kaming mga t-shirt painting, shoe painting activities, sushi making activities, after work. May mga ganon. Ayan, this one. Let me just share the last slide. Ayan. So, employee wellness. Mahalaga na meron tayo sa mga employees natin. Number 3 is empowered employees. Bigyan natin sila ng decision-making part doon sa organization. Kumbaga sa simpleng trabaho nila, bigyan sila ng ng autonomy ba sa ginagawa nila. Kasi kapag ang empleyado, alam niya na may control siya doon sa ginagawa niya, na may sarili siya doon sa ginagawa niya, na-empower ba? Parang naiisip niya, ay mahalaga pala yung ginagawa ko doon sa company. Kasi kapag yung ginagawa mo, parang wala masyadong importance sa company. Parang, di ba, gawin ko to o hindi, tatakbo yung kumpanya. So, pwede ko na siya hindi gawin, di ba? Next is workplace culture. Kailangan yung workplace natin magkaroon ng kultura. Yung kultura na maganda, no? Pero wag naman yung sobrang, yung pangit na kultura. For example, same with our company. Actually, guys, example ko na lang yung company ko talaga. Kasi, napakadaming employee engagement ng company namin. In our company, we are implementing a culture, what we call the family culture talaga. Kung isipin natin, di ba, medyo basag na yun na dito sa company, family tayo, pamilya tayo, tulungan tayo. But iba kasi yung naging application doon sa company namin. Kumbaga, how can you help the new employees na ikaw yung tatay, nanay, ikaw yung tito, tita doon sa mga bunso ng isang organization? How can you help them na mag-adapt doon sa company? So, ganun yung nagiging culture. And also, the culture of respect to other employees, care to other employees, love other employees, 'di ba? Kailangan maramdaman ng mga empleyado natin na they are important in the organization. Kasi kapag hindi nila naramdaman na importante sila, it can result to stress and cognitive workload. Career growth, kailangan meron tayong binibigay na yung promotion malinaw, hindi lang tayo nakabase sa yung political na kung sino yung close, siya yung mapopromote. Kailangan maganda yung career growth ng company. Binibigyan ng trainings and seminars to sa mga employees. Napaka-importante yon. Kumbaga, yun yung pambali ba ng araw mo. Kagaya kanina, no? Every Friday, meron akong seminar with Victory Group, Lipa, na kung saan every Friday, napunta sila sa kasi ako ay one of the motivators sa organization. So dumadaan kami sa discipleship program na kung saan si Victory Group is pupunta sa amin every Friday para magbigay ng mga ganung sessions. Napaka-relieving niya sa trabaho, di ba? Almost one day ka nagtatrabaho and then 1 week and then pag dumating yung araw na yon, sobrang na-excite ako and nawawala lahat ng stress ko. Brand alignment, kailangan ko ano yung brand na meron ka, yun yung maramdaman mo sa trabaho mo. Same with our company. Our company is promoting exceeding our own vision. Kailangan yung vision mo sa sarili mo, taasan mo pa. Kailangan merong goal ba? As employee, as individual. Not just for the group. But for individual, ano yung goal mo? Workforce data, kailangan alamin natin what are the diversity ba ng ating workforce. Kasi sometimes nakakatulong yun. Di ba? For example, itong nakaraang Ramadan, our company give 2 lobby rooms sa mga kapatid nating Muslim na kung saan binigay yung 2 room na yun for their prayer since time ng Ramadan. So binigay talaga yung 2 room na yun for them. Diba? Alam na kasi natin na marami tayong workforce na gantong religion. So we have to respect and consider them. Next is social relations. As much as possible, magkaroon ng mga social gatherings, social dinner with your work teams, party, Christmas party, or summer outing. Napakalaking tulong nun sa mga empleyado. Kasi ilulook forward yan ng mga employees natin na ay may mga ganun tayong mga activity. It can relieve our stress, ma-divert ba yung stress natin sa ganung activities and so on and so forth. That's the goal. Kapag hindi natin applicable yung mga production tools natin, kailangan mataas yung employee engagement ng workers. Kapag sa school setting, no, para mapataas mo naman yung, ma-relieve mo yung stress and cognitive workload ng mga estudyante, magkaroon ka ng time na kung saan may mga parang simple competition sa classroom, may mga activities ka na mas mag-e-enjoy sila. Kasi normally, we are competitive person eh. Kumbaga pag may mga ganun, may excite ka, alam mo yun, it can relieve our stress. So these are the top 8 drivers of employee engagement. And as much as possible, dapat meron siya sa isang organization. Dapat hindi yan mawawala. Yan, sabi ni Sarah, good promotion of family welfare program in the workplace. Sana all po. That's true. That's true. No, pasana. Pero that's why I'm still in Epson for 7 years now. 7 years and 1 month. So this is my first job. Kaya hanggang ngayon, siguro, that's the reason din. Kasi yung mga kasama ko din, okay. Kumbaga, nagkakaroon kami ng life ba sa labas, life after work. So, balance life, kumbaga, work-life balance. Also, they promoting work-life balance. So, those are the tools na pwede natin gamitin para ma-relieve yung stress and cognitive workload. As IE, as superior, we can implement those actions or those tools. But ultimately, guys, alam nyo, ang isa sa dapat meron para maiwasan natin yung stress and cognitive workload is the leadership ng isang tao. Kung may hawak kang tao, kailangan maganda yung leadership mo. Kasi kapag hindi, 'Di ba? Imagine, yung leader ng grupo nyo is stressful, katrabaho, araw-araw na lang galit, araw-araw na lang parang pinagsakloban ng langit at lupa. Imagine, ganun yung daily mararanasan mo. Di ba? Hindi man nakakapagod yung trabaho mo. Hindi man nakaka-stress yung trabaho mo, may stress ka at the end of the day. That's true. So tayo, kung tayo man is magiging leader ng isang organization, magiging leader ng isang grupo, we have to show good leadership skills sa mga members natin. Okay? Ano ba yung mga skills na yon? Your communication, emotional intelligence mo, delegation skills. You must be also an active listener and a motivator. Totoo yan. Kailangan ma-motivate natin yung mga members natin to grow better and to become better. Okay? So, that will be the end of our discussion. I hope, guys, that meron kayo natutunan sa akin regarding stress and cognitive workload. Marami pang ways on how to relieve yung cognitive workload, but medyo technical na siya. This will be the most basic na talaga na pwede nating matutunan how to relieve yung stress and mental workload. Napakahalaga to, very timely kasi alam natin mental stress, mental health is very important nowadays. Totoo yan. Napaka-valid ng mental health. Hindi biro yung depression, hindi biro yung anxiety. Hindi siya gawa-gawa lang ng isip natin. It's true, guys. It's true. So, dapat alagaan natin yung mental health natin and our also physical health natin. So, before anything else, before the Q&A, I just want to leave a message. One of the philosophy ba na lagi kong dinadala hanggang ngayon is like attending the seminar. Sabi ko nga, if you do not want to learn, no one can help you. But if you are willing to learn, no one can stop you. That's my philosophy kasi in life. Hanggat merong mga ganitong type of activity, grab natin kasi marami tayong matututunan. So always remember, every day is a beautiful day to learn something new. Okay? So that would be all for my discussion. Thank you guys for listening.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Rusty Sanggalang. Ayan, very informative talk and engaging talaga yung discussion tonight. So, our Q&A part of Alpha TV is officially here now, guys. So, make sure you can make the most out of it since Engineer Rusty is lending his time for us. So, ayan, guys. You may type in your question on the comment section and we will read them for you. And while waiting for the question to pop in sa mga nasa Zoom, you may also click the raise hand button at the lower portion of your screen if you want to speak and ask your question. So yung mga nasa YouTube naman, you may comment lang on the comment section if you have questions. So ayan, let's see if my question na ba.
While waiting for the question, kung may mga IE na graduate dito, we are currently hiring. Almost 50, huling count ko is 54 IE ang kailangan namin.
Oh, grabe, sir.
From different group yon, from process engineering, production, parts engineering. You can contact me on my Facebook account. So we are located in Lipa City, Batangas, Lima Technology Center. Yan. Medyo madami yun.
Right. Sir, pwede nyo rin yung i-post sa Pinoy IEs. Yan.
Yes.
Sige.
I'll do it. Thank you so much.
So, by the way, guys, yung currently, yung Zoom natin ay na full yung capacity. Kasi sobrang dami ng nag-attend tonight. Kasi ayan, ang ganda nga talaga ng topic. And if you guys experience this next time, na hindi kayo makapasok sa Zoom, so you may visit the YouTube live stream instead. So, pwede ka pa rin makakuha ng e-certificate kahit nasa YouTube ka lang. Just don't forget that to answer yung evaluation form that I will show later. And of course, dapat meron kayong Zoom details. Yung nakapag-try kayo mag-log in ng Zoom. Ganon. So ayan, I think we still don't have a question right now. Sobrang unclear din talaga kasi ni Sir mag-discuss kahit nung sa TUP pa lang. So ayan. Walang question from
Walang question.
Zoom.
Yes. Ito lang. Ito lang. Any question? Actually, yun nga din talaga, no? Maganda yung ano eh. Isa sa pinapagmamalaki ko talaga sa working current employer ko. Napakadaming employee engagement activities. Hindi talaga nawawalan.
Ayan, I'm currently checking on YouTube. Meron tayong around 30 viewers kanina. Wait lang, medyo naglalag. And guys, don't be shy.
Yes, yes. I'm very excited for your question, guys.
And we are blessed tonight, guys, kasi we have Engineer Rusty. So wag natin sayangin ng opportunity to ask question if you have.
Yes. Actually, favorite subject ko na itong ergonomics na talaga eh.
Same.
Yes. Ilang beses ko na siyang natok eh. Natok ko na rin siya sa Adamson. Ito yung naging topic ko. Sabi ko nga kung medyo nalaman ko to nung college ako, baka ito yung i-pursue ko na na field ba? Totoo yun.
Okay, I guess ayan, sobrang clear lahat ng discussion ni Sir Rusty right now. So, ayan guys, Sir Rusty, ganda na lang.
Yes.
Pwede ba naming malaman where we can reach you if ever, ayan, nahihiya lang talaga sila, but they want to ask question talaga, ayan, LinkedIn ba or on Facebook or what social media account?
Maybe you can search me in LinkedIn. That's my name in LinkedIn, yung naka-project. Sorry, naka-project ba yung aking Hindi.
Ay, hindi na.
Yung Engineer Rassi Sanggalang, medyo
Okay,
mahabang
let me stop
pangalan.
ulit.
Ayan. Yung Engineer Rassi Sanggalang MBA, CIUSLS, yan talaga yung nasa LinkedIn ko. You can contact me there, guys. If you have any question or yung sa hiring namin, baka gusto nyo mag-apply. Ayan.
Alright. So ayan guys, thank you so much. Ayan, don't forget nga pala to fill out the form later because it will serve as your slot to get your e-certificate and the link will automatically close after 30 minutes. After 30 minutes ng event today. So ayan, I think we are near on the last part of the event. Ayan, pwede na po tayong mag-thank you to our very own Engineer Rassi for tonight. So just chat it on the chat box below. Yan. Chat na kayo dyan, guys.
You're welcome, guys. Thank you guys for attending. Next, hindi ko in-expect na ganun pala kadami yung interesado.
Oo, sir, ang dami. Napuno yung platform natin. So, ayan, guys, don't forget na mag-connect tayo kay Engineer Rassi on LinkedIn. And before we let you go, sir,
Yes.
ayan. You may also want to give us just a quick parting message for everyone.
Yes. Ulit nga, sorry.
Just a quick parting message lang po for everyone.
Okay, sorry. Okay, again, thank you guys for attending this free webinar. I hope marami kayong natutunan sa akin. And yun nga, as last message ko na lang sa inyo is you always check your mental health and also your friends' mental health kasi nga napaka high risk ng mga ganitong panahon for our mental health or for our anxiety and depression. So this will be a part lang on how to relieve it, but definitely yung social interaction natin with our friends can help it. But so yun. Again, thank you guys. And also, thank you again Aztecs PH for inviting me. I hope this will not be the last. Alright, that's all. Thank you, Eli. Thank you.
And Sir Rassi, on behalf of everyone here tonight, thank you for taking time to speak for us. Your insight about stress and cognitive is really helpful to every one of us, and it makes us significantly better, So, all right. Thank you again, and we really appreciate your time and effort. So, our team will be contacting you for your token of appreciation. So, once again, on behalf of Alpha Family, thank you, Engineer Rasky Sanggalan, for tonight's another episode of Alpha TV. Ayan, thank you so much.
Thank you, engineer. Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.
Ayan, sir, picture muna tayo.
Picture ba? Sorry. Lilib na sana. Okay. Sige, sige.
Game. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. All right. So, ayan. Again, today's event is made possible with the help of our supportive and generous partners. Ayan, IXL, Blessed to Us, and Startup Podcast PH. So don't forget also to follow us on all our social media accounts at Aslex PH Academy to be updated for all the free courses just like this Alpha TV. And of course, another way you can effectively learn and be #significantly better with us is by enrolling now on our online courses such as this one. This is the Lean Fundamental Certification. Ayan, pinakang bagong course right now. So you can avail that for nearly 90% off. Ayan, for only $490. And this is happening this June 24, 2023, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. And of course, next one is the Yellow Belt Certification Program. So that's the next run would be on June 23, 24, 30, and July 1, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So we also have our self-paced Yellow Belt Certification, of course, Green Belt, and then the self-paced program, and the Black Belt, and of course, project management fundamental certification. So this online course is designed to help you adopt a strategic mindset and grow confidence in making project decision in an increasingly volatile and uncertain world. So the next run would be on June 23. Ayan, meron din tayong self-paced ng PMFC, and of course, by the way, when we say self-paced, ito yung you can finish that anytime, anywhere you want. And then yung online courses, ito yung may mga date, usually Saturday or Sunday. And then Alpha Certified Kaizen Professional, understand the key concept of Kaizen, gain knowledge on management and practice of Kaizen, and a whole lot more. Data engineering. And then, of course, all our self-paced certification program here. And of course, we have our promo. You can join as a group of 5, but you'll pay only for 4 packs. Ayan. Aslex PH Academy is still open for partners and ambassador. So if you support the cause of promoting lifelong learning, this is perfect for you. And visit our website for more update. We have our wide system upgrade right now, but soon, ayan, magiging updated din yung ating website or LMS. So that would be all. Ayan, guys, I'll show you na yung pinakakaintay ng lahat. The evaluation link. So let me just type it here on the comment section. And then on Zoom. Ayan. Ayan, na-paste ko na yung evaluation form on YouTube also. So guys, that would be all for this event. We hate to say goodbye, but in every beginning, there is always an end. But don't be sad, everyone. We hope to see you again next Friday, same time, ayan, 7 p.m. for another Alpha TV session. So follow us on our social media accounts to be updated to all our free courses like Alpha TV. Once again, this is Alpha TV making you #significantly better. Stay safe, everyone, and good night.